Hey guys, welcome. In this section, I'm going to get you set up and we're going to run our first Hello World program. Let's get started. We're going to be using Visual Studio 2019, and if you don't have it yet, please just go to visualstudio.microsoft.com/downloads and let's get the community edition. Visual Studio makes it really easy to start off writing code in C#, and it is an IDE, which stands for Integrated Development Environment, and it helps developer write code and it makes our lives a lot easier when writing code. So we're going to start with that. Once Visual Studio has been installed, we're going to click on .NET Desktop Development and then click Modify on your bottom right. And that's all we need for right now. So once it finishes installing, we're just going to launch Visual Studio 2019 and we're going to hit Create New Project. And if you don't get all these options that I get here and you only get like one option, you can click on Install More Tools and Features. Right now I have it, so I'm just going to click Console App, and then you can search for Console if you want, or you can just type it in and search for Console App, and make sure it's .NET Core, and then click Next. And right here we're going to say First Program, and pick whatever location you want, and just hit Create. So this code pops up, and for now you don't have to worry about like what everything does in here and what everything means. I'm going to cover this in more details as we go. I'm just going to give you a brief sort of an explanation so that you get kind of like what it is, but don't worry about it. It's not expected at all that you understand what this is, because there's foundations underneath of what it is. But basically, doing this using system is allowing us to use classes within the system namespace, and if that doesn't make sense, it's expected not to make sense right now, so don't worry about it. Right, namespace is just used to organize. It's a way to organize our code, and in C#, like, our code runs inside classes. So right here we have this class named program, and inside of there we have this main, which this is a method, and the main method is the entry point of the program, right? So the code that is going to run is going to be inside of here. So right now we're using this console, and if you hover over console, you can see that it comes from system.console. That's why we're using this system. And like I said, don't worry if none of this stuff makes sense. It's expected not to make sense to you right now. So in any case, yeah, we're using console.writeLine, and it says hello world, and this is the classic thing to do when you run your first program. So it's supposed to be hello world. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit this little green button right here. This is gonna build our program and execute. So let's hit that right now so you see what happens. So great, this console application pops up and it says hello world, and this is our first executing program. We can go ahead and close this right now or press a key, and what this does is this is writing to our output console. So if we go ahead and type something else, let's do console.writeLine, I really enjoy programming, and every statement in C# ends with a semicolon, so make sure you have that. And if you see that squiggly line red right there, it says expected, semicolon expected, so that really helps you out. So make sure you have that there, and let's run it again, see what happens now. So now it says, hello world, I really enjoy programming. Cool, so now we have two things being written to the console. And as you can tell, the program goes from, it starts executing top to bottom. So the first thing that got executed was hello world, and then it hit, I really enjoy programming. It didn't go the other way around, right? So first hello world and I really enjoy programming. So let's go back to our program. Let's close this. This time I'm just going to press just a letter. And let's do console.write. And notice as I start typing, it's helping me out with things that I want to do, right? So instead of write line, I want to do write. So we can read the description. So write line is writes a specified string value followed by the current line terminator. So basically this does, what it does is it adds a new line after whatever you write. And this guy doesn't do that. This guy won't add a new line. So let's try that to see how it works. And let's put it on top of hello world. I'll say this is so much fun. Okay. And semicolon, and let's run that again. So as you guys can see, it wrote, this is so much fun first, and then it didn't add a new line, and then it print hello world right next to it, and then I really enjoy programming. So keep in mind, if you do write, make sure you add spaces so that things don't look that close together. So let's add a space real quick. Let's run it again. And right now we'll see this is so much fun, and then you'll see the space. With this, we have finished our first section, and I know we went through a lot. Don't worry, don't get overwhelmed. We're going to be explaining more as this course goes. In the next section, we're going to be talking about variables, and that's going to be a lot of fun. I'll see you guys in the next one.